Hello. Good evening, yogis. Or it's really only 4, but it is cold and dark, so it feels like evening time. Happy winter. So we're going to do a little Yin Yoga to reflect and go within. So if you have blocks or a bolster, you can grab those. You can also grab pillows from your bed or from your couch. The couch cushions work well usually because they're pretty dense. And then have a blanket, especially if where you're at is a little bit cold. And we're going to start seated tonight. So I recommend sitting up onto a meditation cushion or a block. Cool thing about yin is you can keep your socks on. Because we don't need to grip the mat because we're not going to be creating heat in the body. We work from this passive place of stretching, breathing, releasing, and different type of practice. So Yin Yoga, let's begin. So find a seat that's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable to sit cross-legged, you can extend your legs. You can put as many cushions under your butt as you like. And let the palms rest down tonight. We're going to ground. So let that energy of the hands be going into the legs, and then sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes, turning off that visual stimulation, and just looking inside and starting to watch, listen, and look with those inner eyes at your breath. Just watch if anything's coming up for you. Maybe you have some physical sensations that are coming to the front. If we are in pain or something is bothering us in our bodies, generally that will be at the forefront of what the mind focuses on, right? Big sensations. If we're having any heartache, loss, or grief, a lot of times that is also a sensation that takes our focus. So start to look in your body, in your mind, where is your focus? And if you're lucky enough to not have pain or heartache or anything happening right now in your life, then maybe you can focus on the sensation of expansion or gratitude. Maybe you feel full and satiated. Just start to notice what you feel in your body as you breathe. And staying with your breath, I have just a little song that I think pertains really beautiful to Yin Yoga. And it came to me this morning. It's one I learned at the School of Magic in May, and it is so fitting. So as I sing this song, please focus on your breath and anything that shows up around the song. Okay? Keep breathing, slow, long, complete inhale and complete exhale. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Notice any shifts and sensational shifts in your body as you breathe. A couple more breaths. Settling, feeling your bones, feeling your muscles, feeling these ancient codes in our bodies. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. Bring the arms behind you, interlace your fingers, and allow those hands to come down the back. The hands are interlaced all the way. And just thread the thumbs down towards the ground, towards your bolster, and lift your chin and lift your chest. The focus comes to the sternum, subclavicular region underneath your collarbones, and we breathe into the throat. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last round. Bringing the head back to center. Release the arms. Bring the arms out to the sides, palms pointing up. Elongate as much as you can through the arms, and then allow the shoulders to descend. Tilt the pinkies towards the ceiling, thumbs slightly point to the ground, and then we breathe into this heart meridian. You can re-close your eyes if that feels good and focus on sensation from pinky to pinky along the heart, along that inner line of the arms. 2 more breaths. Make sure the shoulders are down the back. As you inhale, bring the arms up really slowly overhead, feeling the deltoids, feeling the arm muscles as we reach, reach, reach. Palms come to touch, and the hands come down in front of the heart. Release the hands. Start to come off of your bolster. We're going to still use it. So we're going to take it behind us. And in the long way, similar to the spine. And we're going to do reclined hero. So if you don't like this posture or your knees are very sensitive or tight, then bring your feet forward and bring the soles of the feet together and the knees open. Then recline. I'm going to do the full posture. So the feet are wide as the bolster. The butt can be on the bolster. And then we start to recline back, letting the head rest and taking the arms overhead. So unless you have a shoulder injury, take your arms overhead and interlace the fingers or grab onto opposite elbows. So this is going to open the whole chest. If you have shoulder issues, rotator cuff stuff, just take your arms out to the sides and let your palms be open. And this is a back bend. It's supported. It is opening to that whole frontal plane, from the knees and the pelvis to the hips and the heart, all the way to the eyes. See if you can feel the breath stretching and opening the front of your body. Do your best to stay still, limit any fidgeting in the body, and just breathe, watching the breath, watching sensations, and reflecting on what shows up. Let the exhale be deep and long. Emphasis on the exhale, on that yin side of the breath. Five more breaths, helping to open and reduce rounding of our shoulders. Helping to expand and make space for the ribs and the lungs, the diaphragm, and all of the internal organs. If you sit a lot driving or at a desk, this is amazing to do at night before bed. Do it for 3 to 10 minutes. Take 5 more breaths. Try not to rush your breath. Let the arms release first. Hands can come to the feet, to the heels if you are in full hero's pose, or hands can come to the ground. Tuck your chin and slowly letting your hands help you start to rise. When you get to neutral, take a moment, observe sensations. When we transition from one posture to another, there is this beautiful time of witnessing. Release the legs. Take the legs out wide in front of you. So as wide as they'll go. And in this posture, we may turn on the feet, but in yin, try to relax the feet. And if you have a bolster or a block, take it to the lateral edge of your right knee. You can use either. And the right elbow will come to that support. So if you're really flexible, your right elbow can come to the ground, but I recommend starting higher and then opening through the lateral edge of the body. So again, my feet turned on. Traditionally, I'm used to a flow yoga class. And so getting back into the yin, soften the feet, even if there's a little internal rotation, and then allow the head to rest into the right hand. Option 1 is just to let the left arm rest where it will. Option 2, sweep the left arm up, bend the elbow, and allow those fingers, right and left hand, to interlace behind the head. So the head is really relaxed. We don't want to use the neck, and it's resting into the right hand. So the right hand is like a little prop, a little stand for our beautiful head, for our cranium. And when you get into this side lateral body opener, just start to soften. Breathing. The lateral sides of the body, left and right, these are the moon signs. So when we're doing a yang practice, we're generally going forward and back, forward and back. Forward is very masculine. Back is also masculine. And then when we lean to the side, when we open these meridians under the arms, along the outer edges of the hips, it takes us into the parasympathetic, which is the yin side of our being. Follow the breath. If it gets challenging, you can always release the left arm, but continue to release your legs. Release your jaw. Focus with the exhales. there's lots of tension in your body, if you feel stiffness in this posture, feel free to exhale through the mouth and invite a little sound. 3 more breaths. Left arm releases first if it's overhead. Move super slow like a sloth to come back to the middle. Rest your palms on your kneecaps and pause for a moment. Notice any shifts in the body. You might feel temperature change. You might feel openings or shiftings of muscles and ligaments. Just notice what you feel sitting in this neutral spine. Allow your bolster or your block to come to the outside lateral side of the left knee. Adjust so that it's comfortable to rest the left arm. So you don't want to be right on the point of your elbow. That's not going to be very comfortable. So take it a little bit more into the tricep so you can really release. That left hand opens to receive the left side of your cranium. And check your feet. I continually will turn them on, and then I have to remind myself to release my legs, to release my feet. So you can go as deep as you want. You can take that block lower. Each side's different. I'm going to stay on the highest part of the block. And then you have option to sweep up the right arm, bend that right elbow, and allow the hand to come behind the head to interlace with the left fingers. And if that arm is up, don't let it come forward and don't allow the heart to collapse. We want to keep this opening of the right ribs, right lung. Soften your feet. Soften your skull and your jaw and your tongue. And feel the breath. So you can really feel the breath rising, swirling, mixing along the whole right side of your body. Do your best to settle in. Do your best to hold the pose. So sometimes things pop up and show up and we need to make little adjustments. That's okay. But if we can truly sit still and stay quiet and avoid the need to constantly adjust, constantly remedy any little discomfort. So stay in the posture. We have 5 more breaths. And I'm going to do the song again because I feel like it is so poignant for this practice, yin practice. So stay in that posture, lateral side body opening, feet relaxed, legs relaxed. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Take 3 more breaths, allowing for a complete exhale. Maybe even a gentle squeeze at the mula bandh to wring out any last breath and to contain the energy in your body. Right arm releases first, and we slowly rise to come up to center. Close your eyes and sit in the sensations. Sit in the aftermath of the posture. Hands come behind the knees. Start to bend the knees. You're going to be coming towards an easy seat, almost like cross leg. We're going to come into box pose. So allow the left leg to be on the bottom. Bring that left femur in line with the side of your mat, and then bring your right foot on top of your left knee. So the goal is to stack the knees over the heels. Feet are in flexion. Hands can rest on the legs. And if you want to go deeper, allow your elbows to press into that right leg, and we bow forward. So maybe just sitting this way in your legs is enough. I already feel it a lot, so I'm not going to bow forward. If you are more flexible and open in your legs, or you maybe already did a yoga practice today, you can bow forward, okay? So just breathe into your legs. Continue to soften where you feel sensations. So the hips, the pelvis, maybe the knees or the ankles, and just release any stuck energy in the hips. Continue to exhale deeply, softening the pelvis and softening the belly. I definitely feel it in my knees. So be gentle. You don't have to push it, and just breathe and soften. Check in with your body. If there's somewhere where you tend to hold tension, maybe in your face, maybe in your deep belly, really release that. Try not to hold anything. There's no gripping. There's a sense of release and relaxation. We're loosening. We're letting go. Use your inhale to release. We're going to take the feet to the mat and let the knees be pointing up to the sky. Feet are about as wide as your yoga mat. Take your hands behind you. Let yourself be supported. Let your feet be on the mat. And then just bring your knees right to left. So just little windshield wiper with the knees. And you can go big. Focusing on sensation. We have 3 more. Sigh it out. Any sound that needs to be released. And then come back into a cross-legged pose. This time the left leg will be on top. So bring that right femur, upper leg, in line with the side of the mat. Take your left heel, place it on top of your knee. So if this is impossible, somebody's not going to work, place that left knee in front, or that left heel in front of the right knee. So this may be enough of a stretch for you. If not, think about stacking heels and knees. Allow the elbows or the hands to rest on that upper leg, the left leg. And if you need to go deeper, bow forward. Close your eyes so you can truly tap into what's happening sensationally in your body, and tap into the pelvis, tap into the legs. As soon as I looked within, I noticed that there was a little gripping there. So as soon as I noticed it, I could physically and mentally tell my pelvis, my hips to release. Jaw, release. Tongue, release. We have 5 more breaths. Feel free to allow your head to bow. Allow the spine to round and make sure you're softening through your shoulders as well. Two more breaths. Big, complete exhale, bringing any dark matter, any leftover sadness or grief, just release with the exhale. And calming up slowly using an inhale. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat, taking them as wide as your mat, knees pointing to the sky, hands behind you, and bring the knees right to left. Follow your breath as you do this. Should feel beautiful, maybe lots of energy releasing from the hips. 2 more breaths. Great job. Coming to tabletop pose. Having the knees on a blanket is always really nice. If you have sensitive knees or if it's a little bit cold, it's nice to have that extra insulation down. Hands are flat, fingers spread. Set up your hands directly under your shoulders. Lift the spine, inhale into your back for cat. Exhale, lower your belly for cow. Keep alternating slow. Three more. As we round, we breathe into the spine. We press all of that lovely oxygen into the back. And as we exhale, we lower and release the breath. Last round. Take it into a neutral spine. Grab for either your bolster or your blocks, whatever you have. I'm going to use my bolster on its highest level because I have pretty open shoulders, so I want to open them more. So if your shoulders are really tight and tense, then keep the bolster on its lowest level. Bring your arms to the bolster. The tail and the hips are stacked right above the knees. So not forward, not back like child's pose, but there's a 90-degree angle to the legs. And then we're going to bow the heart, anahata, towards the earth. And you want to be able to really descend the heart and the head towards the ground. Press through your toenails, press through your shins. Follow your breath. If you went too deep, you can ease out a little bit. Five more breaths. Slowly come out, coming to seated on your heels. Hands rest palm down on the upper legs and just feel sensations. Feel your breath. The capacity should be big. We just open the whole lung meridian. Beautiful. Shift your hands forward just for a moment. Tuck your toes under. So now the feet come into flexion. The toes are spread super wide. We're going to sit on the heels with the toes in flexion. Again, addressing that lung meridian. So if this is challenging for you, most people it is, you can stay forward in tabletop with toes hooked under. So if you already feel that, stay here. If you can sit onto your heels, stay here. If it's a breeze and you want to open deeper, bring the arms up. And once the arms are up, the palms point towards one another, and we breathe horizontally as if the ribs and the lungs were an accordion, expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. 5 breaths. And bring the hands down when you're ready. If they're not already, toenails, tops of the feet come to the mat, and we pound them out, tap them out. You can go as light or as hard as you want to. Great job. Bring the feet under. We're going to come into squat. So squat is so beneficial. The only thing I see that is not beneficial in a lot of yogis is the toes being super wide. So if your toes are super wide, you're going to actually start to widen your knees, right? Because we're all connected. So let your toes point forward and to the corners of your mat, not to the right and the left. So they're actually forward, just slightly angled out. And if squat is hard for you, grab a block or two and place it under your sits bone so that you feel supported here. If you can squat easily, then I invite you to walk your hands forward, reach through your fingertips, and bow your head. Go within, eyes closed. Best way to go within and really listen and look and feel from the heart is to close the eyes. Spread your toes. Walk those fingers way far forward. So just the tops of your fingers are pressing into the ground. The pelvis is broad. The legs are broad. And we're breathing into that whole spine. Three more breaths. To release, straighten your legs. Turn the feet parallel. Keep your feet wide. And a light bend in your knees as you bow forward. Hands can rest on the ground. Hands can rest on your feet, wherever is comfortable. And turn off your neck. Turn off the thoughts and really bow forward with each exhale. Shoulders release. Belly release. Five more breaths. Make sure to soften the whole neck and the jaw. If your head feels stuck and the neck is continuing to engage, shake your head. Remind the head and neck it's okay to release fully. Bend the knees. We're going to slow, roll up the spine. Think about tucking your tail first. Tucking the whole sacrum. Tucking. Everything's tucked, and the last thing to unfurl will be the head after the shoulders. When you get up to standing, interlace your fingers behind you. Thread those fingers down your back and squeeze the shoulders together, looking up. And now the breath comes here. Again, pectorals, under the collarbones. You can turn it into a little back bend if that's okay in your body. Last breath. Come up nice and slow. Feet are still about hips distance. Release that interlace. Bring the right arm up to the sky. And then allow it to come to the back of the heart. Left hand comes up and grabs that right elbow. So we're pulling it in. And then once we feel grounded and we have hold of the right elbow with the left hand, we're going to lean to the left. So that whole right side is opening and passive. The left side's kind of doing the work. You have to almost squeeze those left obliques to allow the right side to open. And if it becomes intense or a lot, you can always come up as you inhale. And then when you exhale, go back in. 2 more breaths. Inhale, rise up, take both arms to the sky. Circle your hands, circle your wrists. And bend the left elbow, taking that palm to the back of the heart. Right hand reaches for that left elbow and it pulls it in, possibly behind the head. And then we lean to the right. Left side becomes passive. Two more breaths. Inhale up, arms back to the sky, reach up, feel blood and live, returning to the heart. And then release the arms down. Start to calm down, back to tabletop. From tabletop, we're gonna slide the right knee forward for pigeon pose. And I do recommend having a block or a bolster close by for your upper body to release into. So that right knee is going to be up close to the bolster, just behind your right wrist. So it's wide. It's going lateral to the outside. The back leg is long and straight. If this variation is too deep for you, you can bend your left knee and bring it out to the side for stag pose. So it's the same benefits for the right leg. So the goal is to get into that right hip. Start to melt down and soften that whole pelvis region. Feel your breath. Feel the body release. And scan your body for where you might be holding still and really relax. I'll do the song one more time. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. 5 more breaths on the right side pigeon. Gently release to allow a moment of integration. So slide the right leg back in tabletop, let it float, and just see if you can really feel the energy. You might want to circle the foot. Feel that opening, that flush through the whole right leg. Right knee comes down, start to slide the left knee forward, and it goes behind the left wrist. So it's wide. This is pigeon, not Gomukhasana. And if you have knee troubles, you can bring your knee to the middle. This is going to change the stretch, but it's still going to help to open the hips. So once you get low, let that right leg extend back. Let everything start to soften. So the stretch is obvious. You should feel it in the left leg. You should feel it in the left hip. Deep breathing. So pigeon is really good if you're a runner, if you roller skate like me, hiking. We can get really tight in the hip flexors and everyone's tight in the glutes. So really do your best to scan your body, look within, see if you can fully release the left leg, the left hip. Shoulders release. And watch your breath, always returning to the breath and really focusing on the exhales. That dark, yin, soft, parasympathetic side of the breath. The inhale is the yang, the energizing, the inspiration, the activation. The exhale is the opposite. It's the dark side of the yin and the yang. So keep softening, scan your body, release more. Let go, let go, let go. Five more breaths on this side. Very slowly start to release, bringing your palms into the mat or your bolster, pressing into the hands, pressing into the right knee so you can slide the left leg back and bring a little movement into it. It's going to feel vulnerable with lots of sensation after that big stretch. So feel that leg extend. Take little circles with the foot or any movements that feel good. Take both knees down to the mat. Take your knees wide and the big toes are touching. Send your sits bones all the way back to your heels. And you can just lay flat on the ground, or you can bring your pillow in front of your body so that you can recline into child's pose all the way to release. Really beautiful for digestion, for going within. If you ever feel in your mind and in the air element, like I can't stop thinking, I feel nervous, I feel disconnected, this posture, this child's pose will help you ground. So come into this posture. Head can be centered or to one side, but make sure you're able to soften all the way down. Big toes are touching so that you're creating a loop of energy from the right to the left side of your body. Child's pose is also really good to do before bed. Keep softening, releasing, and the exhales can come through open mouth. And that's going to release any extra heat in your organs, in your body. Soften the eyes down. And just go within, really feeling what do you feel in your body? Is there thoughts or memories? And just let the breath move through that space. Child's pose for 10 more breaths. 'Heart is relaxed, heart is open. Five more breaths. Focus on your exhale. See if you can bring a complete exhale. So you're breathing out all the way till the body is empty and then even a little bit beyond. The more that you exhale and empty the whole body, that inhale will be almost like a vacuum. It'll come in deeply naturally. We don't have to force or pull the air in. We focus on the emptying, complete empty. Maybe even a little squeeze at the navel center as you're empty. Pause in that emptiness. And then when the inhale comes, it comes easeful, it comes deep. Last two breaths. Very slow, start to move out of the posture, pressing into your hands. We're going to swing our legs around, go slow, and come to laying on your back with your pillow supported underneath your knees. So it'll be underneath the knees, the butt will be on the ground, and the back will be on the ground. And the arms will be open wide. So there is support for the legs. This helps the low back to release. Let your arms be wide, so they're wider than your body, so that the armpits are not touching and the arms are not touching the body. Bring your head to center, bring your head to neutral. Palms are pointing up to the sky, helping to externally rotate the arm. And close your eyes down. This is the dessert of the asanas. So you get to just release, let everything go, and let it sink into your body. So this is a meditation in stillness. This is a meditation in truly letting go. Relax and rest. It's called Shavasana, corpse pose. So become like the corpse, no movement, no sound, laying flat, being quiet. Be quiet and still until you hear my voice bringing you back. Don't skip your Shavasana because it is so important for the integration of the postures. Scan your body, come into the softest version of yourself. Feel all the cells in the body. Feel the body surrounded in a beautiful golden light. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Start to reawaken your body through breath and movement. Feel the breath stirring in the belly. Feel the fingers start to wiggle and feel the toes start to wiggle. Take a couple breaths to reawaken your body, gently rocking or rolling onto one side of your body. When you arrive at your side body, take 2 breaths. And start to press up towards a seated posture, crossing the legs, coming back to the beginning where we started, so you can feel and see the shift from that cycle of postures and asanas we did. So take a moment, just seated, feel this in your body, maybe a new sense of calm, maybe some opening. And inhale, arms go out to the sides. The inhale takes the arms up overhead. The hands come to prayer and the hands come to the heart. Take a little bow, finishing with a namaste. I bow to the light within you, the light within me, the light within all of us. Namaste. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for experiencing yin. You can like and subscribe to the channel. There is Kundalini Yoga and Flow Yoga as well offered here. And if you want to donate, you can go to the Wahe Crew, WAHECREW website. And there's a donation button to keep these classes going and allow this to be free content for everyone who needs yoga and meditation in their lives. So many blessings. Happy winter time and peace, peace, peace be with you.